Whenever I watch a production, I read all the credits. I mean, I look for people who are named Byron to see if there's any other Byrons involved, but or with my kid, that they look out for their name in the credits. I think it's important that we review credits and kind of recognize all the people that are involved in any kind of production. But with respect to music, it's important that each song is referenced in the credits. If you have told someone who you're getting the rights from that you're going to include them in the credits. So in a music synchronization license agreement or a master use agreement or a composer agreement, one aspect of that is how you're crediting the musicians, how you're crediting the record label if there is one, how you're crediting the publisher if there is one. And so it's important that the credits of a production, like a film, reference the music. They may say music by, referring to the composer. It may list all of the songs in it. Generally, if you're someone like me who reads the credits of every production, there's a whole list of songs at the end, and it's kind of fun to see what music was there in the production. There's different types of ways that you can list the credits. Different people do different things. So you might say courtesy of, referring to a record label or a publisher. It usually lists who performed the song. It should list who wrote the song. It's not going to list, kind of the other instrumentalists or the producer generally. Usually it's the performer, the writer, and then who's providing the rights, meaning a record label or publisher. The other aspect of this is that in your agreement with the music owner, it generally says, these are your credits, but if the credits aren't there or they aren't right, we're not in breach of the agreement. So that's important as well, that if there's a mistake in your credits, that you still have the rights to use the music. That's not kind of a free pass not to give people credits, but it is an important part of any agreement where there's credits being provided to somebody, that the agreement says that, here are your credits, but if we made an error or if it's not there by mistake, this is not considered as a breach of the agreement. What sometimes people say is that if it's not kind of repetitive, it's okay. If it's not kind of on purpose, it's okay. So just to kind of be safe and proactive and conservative, if you've given someone a credit, credit them. And that's not just for composers or musicians. It's really for anybody who's working on your project. And getting credit is worth something. It can't pay the rent to be credited, but it's part of the compensation that a composer or musician is getting when their music is in your production.